I gotta say, all this rain is really welcome after like 80% humidity for the last week. Aside from a couple flash flood warnings, I think the only thing to really look out for in this area is downed trees and power going out, which our power has already flickered once. I'm just actually outside because we live on a very active roadway with two very blind curves, and people usually tend to go a little bit too fast down the road. I'm just out here to make sure that no trees fall down, because last time a couple of trees, I think it was about 6 trees, fell down a little ways up that way, and we had a couple of people just blast through them at 60. Now the speed limit on this road is 30. It doesn't stop people from going 60, so not exactly the best day to make a first video for my channel. But hello everyone, my name is Patrick Deegan, and I am considering myself now an amateur comic book artist. And yeah, that's about it. I figured it's better to have something on my channel than nothing at all. Oh. You might be wondering why I'm outside. Yeah, I'm outside, like I said, because last time this happened, we had a couple of trees fall down, and if something does happen, I want to be able to call the power company right away and get it dealt with. That way no one gets hurt. It's actually much cooler out here, though, thanks to the rain, so thank God we got some of it. But yeah, just a little bit about me. My name is Patrick Deegan, and I consider myself now an amateur comic book artist, and the reason that is because I am working on, I guess it's the rough draft, my test issue of my first comic book, Engrave, and it's a story about a guy who finds a sword with an unfinished engraving that ends up becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy of wealth and being in one's own way. It's going to be a short one-off, and by short I mean at least 60 pages. That's what I'm shooting for right now. I'm on page 33. I actually am drawing page 33 today. I'm going to try and get a couple of pages done every day. Hopefully very soon, with the help of my roommate, who's much better at editing than I am, I will be able to get out some kind of promo for it. Yeah. Honestly, guys, I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you and Ethan. I know you're probably not going to watch this, but in case you do, I just want to let you know that you really did inspire me to do this whole thing. Just the way that you handle the comic industry, the way that you handle your own ideas and your own products, and you're really driven to get them out there and in the hands of the people that want them. It is honestly very inspiring to me, and I just want to take this time to thank you and everyone involved in Comicsgate. Seriously, thank you all for being super supportive. I know not just to me, but to him. I literally have 2 subscribers right now and a channel with 0 content, so this is me making a video saying that I'm actually going to work on that. This will be the first of many, and I guess this also kind of counts as a face reveal for my other channel. So, looks like the rain's dying down a little bit. We still got a flash flood warning. Got steam rolling off my driveway. And yeah, believe it or not, it's a lot colder out here than it is inside. It's about 80 degrees inside. So, I don't know, something about the rain is just very peaceful. It's a little calming, you know, even with the thunder and the lightning. Might just be because it's been like 95 plus degrees and 80% humidity, but it is a welcome change of pace as long as the trees don't fall down and knock out our power. Filling you guys in a little bit more though, my name is Patrick Deegan. I am 25 years old, and I've just started writing my own comic book. I'm actually in the process of drawing it. I am on page 33 of an estimated 60 right now. And again, my comic is called Engrave. It's a one-off about a guy who finds an engraving, a sword with an engraving rather, that is incomplete, and as the story goes on, the engraving reveals a little bit more and more about his life, and eventually it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy of wealth, success, failure, and being in one's own way. It is very inspired by, honestly, my own life. The theme, as I said, is about being in one's own way. And with all this stuff going on, I was really happy that my roommate started following this guy named Ethan Van Sciver. If you haven't checked him out yet, go see Ethan Van Sciver's channel. It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. He's working on Cyberfrog right now. Actually, I think he's done with Cyberfrog, and he's just waiting for the issues to come into his house so he could sign all of them and ship them. And long story short is Ethan working so diligently to not only make his own comic, but advertise all of his friends and all these other people's comics who are just, they're really inspired and interested to get their stories out there and in the hands of the right people. My friend came to me one day and said, hey, why don't you try and draw your own comic? I mean, you're always struggling, you know, to find work and to do all this. And a little bit of backstory on that is my father owns a roofing company, and while that opportunity is always there, I've done roofing for a good 6 or 7 years. I'm not the body type to do that, but I did it anyway. And I don't know, my friend suggesting the comic thing, I didn't really take it seriously at first, but just seeing how inspired the community of Comicsgate was at making their own products, and like I said, getting them into the right hands, the hands of people that really are interested and want good comics made, it kind of drove me. I mean, ever since probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I've been going hard at drawing this, what I'm calling the test issue of my comics. So yeah, that's about all I can say. I am an amateur at this point. I've never had anything published. I've never drawn a comic before. It's still very much a learning process for me, but I look forward to doing it, and I really hope that you guys will join me on this journey. I'm not looking for anything other than people who are interested in comics and in the stories that people have to tell and people have to offer here. I found that the Comicsgate community fosters a great creative environment, and it honestly is so inspiring for me to see Ethan stream, to see Zach and Mike and all these guys attend all these streams, to just come in and push for their own products, to push for their own ideas and their own properties, and doing it without the help of these big comic industries. It kind of makes it more possible, more tangible for someone like me to even entertain the idea of making a product like that. So without further ado, this is me getting stuff started. So I really hope you guys will join me on this journey, and I look forward to taking it with you. And that being said, thanks for tuning in.